Welcome back, bros, to another video review. Today we have the opportunity to take a look at the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Noah Díaz Exo-Suit Core Class figure. As for the contents, this is what we get inside. We get the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit figure, and he also comes with one accessory, and that is the hand cannon. And then he comes standard with all Transformers, which is the instruction manual. So here we are taking a closer look at the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit for the details. And for the details on this figure, it has a ton of molded details inside the molding itself. The molding consists of basically a charcoal gray, a normal gray, and then also you have like a light gray for the bits of the airplane mode and also his cannon. But pretty much everything is the same color, as you can see. There is a little bit of light blue on the Noah Díaz helmet face. But other than that, it's pretty much the same scheme. And I must say, it does have some qualities of what we saw with Noah Díaz on the big screen. But not all of it is truly 100% accurate. But I'm okay with that, as you can see. So now it's time to check out the articulation on this figure. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, this backpack right here does separate. So you could do that if you would like. Now here, taking a look at the articulation. The arm rotates a full 360, but because it's on a ball joint and it's a little tight, it may have the tendency to pop off like that. It easily pops back on. The wrist right here and elbow, as you can see, is also on a ball joint. There is no wrist swivel for neither one of the figures. For either arm, the waist does have a swivel because of the type of peg it's on. It's on a ball joint, as you can see, for the torso. So you get a nice upper region torso bend that way, and then not really much lower. But the head is also on a ball joint, so it can look up, it can look down. It's got a ton of range of motion in the head. The leg can kick up this high. As you know, with a ball joint, it can go out this far. And it can go back this far, and that's hindered because of the hip region of the exosuit. The knee can bend 90 degrees, and the foot can bend back this far. It can also go forward this far, and then it has the left and right motion because it is on a ball joint. So without the jetpack attached to Noah Díaz, he has a ton of articulation. And like I said, it is removable. It is simple. You don't have to do that to enjoy this figure. But here we are for review purposes, ready to check out some comparisons. So here we are for comparisons. We have the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit figure pretty much in the middle, surrounded by other figures from various lines. So mainly what you're going to see the Studio Series line right here. And then we have a couple weaponizers, and then we have some of those Autobot Unites figures. So let's check it up. Mainly what you're going to see is the Studio Series Brawn, the Studio Series Mirage, the Studio Series Frenzy, Core Class RC. You're going to see the Weaponizers RC, the Weaponizers Optimus Prime, and then here we have the Studio Series Optimus Prime, the big guy in the back, which is 102. And then we have, lastly, the Megatron from the Autobots Unites. As you can see, Noah Díaz is a smaller figure, but he is a core class figure. So he is smaller than the RC core class figure, which is right beside him. And he's definitely not as small as the core class figure Frenzy. So as you see right here, this is the reason why I bought out the Weaponizer RC. Because in the movie, RC was definitely way bigger than the Noah Díaz. Now, when he was in the exosuit, the exosuit is only going to add but so much height to him. So that's why I think the Studio Series RC doesn't scale well with this figure. But that's when you come in with the Weaponizer RC. And then I think with those two figures compared to one another, then Noah Díaz compares well to the RC figure. And definitely when you see it with Prime, I don't have an issue with that because the Optimus Prime Studio Series 102 does look pretty accurate to the scaling, how he would be in the movie. He was a smaller guy, and he was there trying to help will Optimus Prime to take on Scourge and defeat the Terracons. So now it's time for transformation, and the transformation is very simple and super easy. So basically what you want to do is take this piece off right here, his hand cannon, put it down. Next, what I would like to do, I just open up the wings so that you can get that going. Now fold this foot down, fold this one down so it'll look like that. Then basically what you want to do is angle this forward and then pull. And then the cockpit comes there. And then you want to pull back the back portion for the fins of the wings. And then now what we want to do, we want to start pegging in the undercarriage body. So here, right here, there's a peg. It goes right up in there just like that. It pegs in just fine. And then you want to do the same thing on this side. Pegs in right there. And this is what you're left for the back portion. Yes, it's not as clean as I would like, but nevertheless, this is what you do. Then you take the arms. There's a peg and it pegs into that slot. And then the same thing right here. Take this arm, peg it into the slot. Pretty much you have the whole transformation done. Put the arm cannon right here, where the nose cannon right here. And now we have Noah Díaz transform into its alt mode. So now that we have the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit transform into its alt mode, this is what we get. And I must say, the plane on the top view looks actually pretty cool. But when turned into the bottom view, we have Noah Díaz just riding along. Like maybe he's a glider or whatever. But there's no attempt to really cover this robot kibble. But it is what it is, guys. And we mainly got this figure for the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit versus his actual alt mode. But other than that, I really can't say much more than that. I mean, beside it being blue and gray, and there's not really much else to it because we didn't really see it in the movie. So I can't really critique it as much besides just being a robot with an airplane shell on the backside of it. So here we go for comparisons. I have these figures out before you just to showcase the size and the scaling of this figure. Here we have the mainline release of the Bumblebee, which is a 3-pack, the Jungle 3-pack with Mirage, Bumblebee, and also one other figure, which is the Air Razor. And then you have the core class RC, as you see, which scales well with the Noah Díaz because it's a motorcycle, and a motorcycle should be shorter than a small jet or small glider or plane or drone, whatever you want to call that he is. And then when compared to the RC Weaponizers, the RC Weaponizers is definitely out of scale in I'm sorry, not robot mode, but alt mode, as you can see, compared to the Noah Díaz figure. So now it's time for the portion of my review where I like to do the Yeah Bro figure pickup or the figure pass section, where I like to share my opinions and my thoughts on this recent pickup in efforts to give you an insight on what you're getting your hands into if you decide on picking up this figure or ultimately deciding to pass and don't add it to your collection. So as for me, guys, this is definitely going to be a pickup. So with all that being said, stated previously, if you're interested in adding more figures of the Transformers Rise of the Beast film, this is definitely a must add because this Noah Díaz is very detailed. Yes, it has a minimal paint details on this figure, but it's a terrific sculpt. And it gives us that Noah Díaz Exo-Suit that we all wanted to add to our Autobots and also of our Maximals. The playability on this figure has a tremendous value, whether it's in airplane mode or also in robot mode. And yes, the molding on this figure is brand new and is a new mold. So yes, it's definitely a pickup in my book. So if you want the Noah Díaz Exo-Suit, you gotta have them for all of your Transformers Rise of the Beast figures to go on your shelf. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I got my copy from Amazon.com where I pre-ordered this figure and it shipped to me shortly after coming in stock, where I paid $11.99 plus taxes. So if you're interested in picking up a copy, the link will be posted below in the description, where it'll take you directly to this figure and you can get a copy of this figure to add to your collection if you choose to do so. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video, and until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon.